Welcome back to another episode of Jordan Sports Talk. We got a lot to talk about. I'll hold off for basically a week each time to let everything pile up. You feel me? And a lot of stuff done piled up. First up, NFL draft. We seen what happened with Shador. He dropped. And before I talk about that, let me talk about my Panthers. T Mac got two edge rushers. No, we got Trevor Etienne, which just makes our backfield a little bit more deep. Jimmy Horn picked up Hunter Renfro and free agency. Moose Muhammad, I played against him back at Myers Park. You know what I'm saying? We done got some boys. Feel like we done got some. We done got a little something going now. Defense, we got bro from Ohio State, safety. Like we done picked up some pieces that I like. I just gotta see it like preseason just to get my head around, cause we can get an A+ all we want in the little draft grading. We gotta see how that shit look on the field. If it look good on the field in preseason, I'll be happy for the whole season. But yeah, but Shador, I mean, I know it is kind of like a weird move the Browns pulled. Like you drafted my boy Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, go Ducks. You drafted him in the third round. Then you let two more rounds go by and you drafted another quarterback. Now you have a 5 quarterback room. Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and I think they got another QB. Like you got 5 QBs in that room, and with Deshaun Watson being hurt, Shador could possibly win the job, and Joe Flacco could be like the mentor, or they might let Joe start and bring in either Dylan or Shador, whichever one. But still, that's like what's going on? Like that's just a crazy situation. But I have been seeing people say that like Jalen Murrow might be kind of like the best QB to produce in his draft class because he's going to the Seahawks. I don't even know who he got to beat out for that spot, which is why it looking like he might start. He has a good weapon, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He got who else is over there? Damn. Anyway, like he's going into a situation that's not too bad, and he doesn't have like a huge amount of expectations like everybody else do. So like he's really going to a situation that could really just boost him if he exceeds the expectations that he don't already have. Then he'll probably might end up being the nicest QB out of all of them for real. For real. Jackson Dart going to New York. I mean, he got Malik Neighbors. They tight end, I'm pretty sure it's good. Then they got another receiver. Then on defense side, they got a good D line. They got whatchamacallit, running back Cam Scatterbo. So you know what I'm saying? Like they drafted pretty decent. So I mean, I ain't gonna say they're gonna be good, but they might be more wins than last year, hopefully. The Bucks, division rivals for my Panthers, they drafted pretty decent. And looking at what they already retaining, like that's gonna be a little situation to go through. They drafted another one of my Ducks. They got Bucky Irvin last season, and this year they got Ted Johnson, his best friend. Like, come on. Then they got Emeka Ibuka. Like, come on. They receiver room about to be Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Emeka Ibuka, Tez Johnson. Then that other dude, I think he wear like 83 or 80 something. He's pretty good too. They have a deep receiving room now. Like then Bucky Irvin and the other dude, it was Rashad. But they got both of them at running back. And Baker been playing, like he can play. So like that just makes that even harder for my Panthers. Even the Falcons, they drafted my boy James Pierce, who from Charlotte. He from the city too. I was hoping he would come to the Panthers, stay home, stay for the city, but he ended up going to Atlanta. So, hey, Yeah, that's one edge rusher. They got bro from Georgia, Jalen Walker. Yeah, I think they got him. They added to the defensive pressure. Um, Man, the Saints ain't really doing. We don't care about no Tyler Shaw for real. Like we don't care about that. I'm not gonna lie. We don't fear that. And then the Ravens, like, we gotta stop letting these niggas is drafting beast. They got what's his name, Malachi Starks at safety. Now they have Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks, Marlon Humphrey. Like, I better see them number one in picks because they was 31st. Like, now I better see them at 1. Hey, it's getting crazy. And I think the Seahawks did also draft that safety from South Carolina. That was a nice, good pickup. But overall, I was kind of surprised Will Johnson fell. But I think it was because he wasn't at the draft and he did have that injury that people were worried about. But him going to Arizona, that's going to be good for him and Marvin Harrison Jr. going against each other like how they were going against each other in college, but now as teammates. But I like it, though. I think it's going to be good. That's enough for the NFL. Now it's time to head to the NBA because it's playoff time. It's playoff time. First round is over with officially now. Cavs swept the Heat. Thunder swept the Grizzlies. Timberwolves beat the Lakers in 5, 4-1. And then added to his Infinity Gauntlet, he then got Luka and LeBron after getting KD and Jokic last year. The Warriors just beat Houston last night in Game 7. Man, Thompson, that boy gonna be nice. I'm telling you, he was hooping. Teammates couldn't really help him to hoop. Sengun and Jalen Green, I don't know what the fuck they was doing. Just inconsistent. Something they got to work on off season. The Nuggets won Game 7 against the Clippers. They'll be going against the Thunder. That's going to be a good series. I think Game 1 is actually tonight. Yeah, Game 1 is tonight. Yeah, and I'm going to watch it. The Knicks beat Detroit in the Game 7. Jalen Brunson hit a tough-ass shot over Asor Thompson, who still kind of contested it, and he was having a great series as well. Now the Knicks about to play the Celtics tonight as well. I'm going to watch it. And then some round 2 games did start with the Pacers and the Cavs playing, and to everybody's surprise, well, I was surprised. I thought the Cavs was going to do what the Celtics did last year and just steamroll them. But that Pacers team, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They hoop. They play at their own pace, and they established their pace no matter who they go against, and that's what they did to the Cavs while the Cavs were at home. They were able to take Game 1. The Pacers took Game 1. Nembhard was hooping. Boy hit a few step back threes. Tough. Halliburton. I said Tyrese Halliburton. That boy was hooping. Miles Turner was hooping. The whole team was going off for real. Donovan Mitchell was trying to make a little comeback because he started hooping, but he was, I think, 1 for 11 from 3. So when you shoot 1 from 11 for 3, it ain't really gonna help your team as much as you can. Like I said, the Knicks and Celtics got Game 1 tonight. I think they got the first game at 7. That's gonna be good. I'm gonna tune into that. Then I'm gonna watch the Nuggets and Thunder at 9:30. That's gonna be a great game that I'm gonna also tune into. Then tomorrow's the Warriors and Timberwolves. Who I got the Timberwolves winning the whole series. Let's get that out there first. I got the Timberwolves winning that series, but I think they're gonna split the first 2 meetings 1-1. They gonna split again 2-2. Then I think the Timberwolves are gonna win back to back to make it a 4-2 series. I don't see them sweeping. 4-1 wouldn't be a reach because how I think they match up, but I think realistically it'll be 4-2. I'd be surprised if it go to 7. I just think the way they match up with how they have so much size and depth that the Warriors will have to really kind of put a lineup that I don't think they can succeed in. Because think about it like this: if the Warriors go Jimmy Butler on Ant and put Draymond on Julius Randle to kind of contest their main scorers, that has to bring that white dude, I forgot his name, but he be shooting threes a lot. They have to bring him on Rudy Gobert, which can extend their offense because they'll bring Rudy out the paint because he has to step up for the three. But defensively, now you have a mismatch because he'll be on Rudy, who will probably out-rebound him. Then Jaden McDaniels is going to have Steph on him. So like, that's what I'm saying. Then you might have to worry about Nas Reed and Dante DiVincenzo as well. And then even if you let Draymond stay on Rudy, now you have another thing to worry about with who's going to guard Julius and who's going to guard Ant. It'll create a lot of mismatch problems. And then what I think that the Timberwolves do best at is finding those mismatches, which is easy, like setting screens as many times as they can to get the mismatch that they want. Which is how they did the Lakers, you know. It's exactly what they did to the Lakers. Setting screens just to get Luka on them. Luka on Ant. Cooking, easy. Cornbread, fried fish, yams, macaroni, collard green, like all that. So yeah, that's kind of what I expect from that series. But to keep on with the Lakers, I think JJ Redick let his frustration get the best of him. You know, he said he wanted that small lineup out for scoring, but let's be real. Gabe Vincent should not be in your lineup when you're down 3-1. He played 26 minutes and had 0 points in that elimination game. And you're worried about scoring 26 minutes and 0 points. If Jackson Hayes is in there for size, you can stop Rudy from at least going off, having 20-plus with points and rebounds. You can at least try to contest that, but instead you have Vanderbilt, who's 6'9", having to worry about Rudy. Like, he can't do nothing about that. Then you had Finley Smith, who like, foul trouble. If you have Jackson, you could try to play Max Kleber. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? If you play Jackson Hayes, he can at least box out to help the rebound problem, or at least help the second chance points problems with Rudy. If you worry about scoring, your main scorers are scoring. LeBron, Rui, and Luka are scoring. Austin, he was iffy and inconsistent, and that's another problem. Austin was too inconsistent. Austin had 6 turnovers. He had more turnovers than the whole Timberwolves starting lineup. Coming down the court, you're losing the ball on his dribble or making bad passes. 6 turnovers can't win you the game. If you're losing a turnover battle, you're going to lose the game, most likely. And that's another problem. Like, you know, it was a lot of holes that I think JJ Redick was trying to fill the best he can. And then the pressure started getting into him with all the questioning from the media. He started getting hot. You know, that's what it is. It's his first playoff run, his first year as a head coach. Took them to 50 wins, number 3 seed. The playoffs came and it got hot for him. Just like that. There ain't really much to talk about for what's going on over East for real. Because I kind of sped run through that, I'm not going to lie. Because like I already talked about what's going on over East, because right now we're waiting on these games to come on. It's, 2-something? Got a few more hours till game 1 between the Knicks and Celtics come, and then Nuggets and Thunder. So until then, I'll see y'all later to re-update y'all with what's going on.